Hello and welcome back. Today we start talking about reservoir engineering. So we have discovered an oil field. It's great, but it's just the beginning. First thing we need to do is to estimate how much hydrocarbons are in place and how much are recoverable. We also need to know the quality of these reserves and find a way to transport hydrocarbons safely to a processing plant or a transfer terminal. In other words, we need to find out whether our discovery is economical. If so, we decide on drilling more wells and equipping them with production equipment. To estimate reserves, we need to know the area or the field, thickness of oil-saturated formation, the porosity, and permeability. The product of these parameters give us the so-called in-place reserves. As we multiply this value by oil recovery factor, which is the percentage of the hydrocarbons in place that can be recovered economically, we will get our recoverable reserves. Then a team of geologists, petrophysicists, engineers and economists shall decide whether it will be viable to start commercial development on the field and which methods should be used. Petroleum engineers coordinate the effort of this multidisciplinary team. They gather information from geologists, petrophysicists, and other exploration experts, process and interpret this data, and convey the results to economists, surface facilities engineers, etc. Geologists bring to the table structural maps, geological sections, facial analysis results, description of cores and thin sections, there with thin slices of rocks. Petrophysicists bring information on rock and fluid properties, net thickness, etc. Well testing results also can give us information on reservoir geometry and properties, yet the accuracy will strongly depend on how accurate we were while measuring pressures and production rates. There exists special software that you can put all the exploration data you have, and it will help you build a three-dimensional model of your field, simulate fluid flow in the reservoir, and make predictions regarding future development of the field. With such a model, reservoir engineers can predict oil and gas production and select the best field development scenario. Then they put together a field development project and other required documents. Based on these documents, the company will decide whether they should move on with the project. So, reservoir engineers build models using special software, analyze field development process, suggest possible enhanced recovery solutions. That was a brief introduction into reservoir engineering. In our next video, we'll talk about the life cycle of an oil field. See you!